Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Kenshi. I know we've been doing 100 Stat Man, and then we're doing up some mod showcases as well on Wednesday. But I did want to throw out a little bit of a new series. I think I'm also doing this maybe more than just Wednesday. We'll see how it goes. It's going to be a very role-play series. I've kind of already fleshed out what I want to do. I actually recorded an episode of this earlier. But unfortunately, somehow, I was running this one with less mods, and somehow it managed to crash. So sadly, that did not save. I kind of spaced out the autosave a little bit more, because that kind of gets annoying every once in a while. But I did turn up autosave again a little bit, just because I don't want to lose any more progress. But alright, we're only going to be running a couple mods in this. Recruit Prisoner, which I probably won't even use, but the 256 character recruitment limit, I always like to have that just in case. I'm even keeping the old Kenshi UI, which, just kind of a little ugly, but alright, it does have its style in the game, though. Alright, we're actually going to be playing as an Empire citizen. Playing this one a little bit different. We're going to be doing a lot of role-playing in this, trying to keep a more realistic character. Yeah, we're a simple citizen of the United Cities. We lost our job and our house. Very corrupt noble lords in the land of the United Cities. Faced with poverty and starvation, which is a crime in this place, you decide to head out of town and find some form of self-employment before you starve to death. Yeah, so we gotta make sure we food, find a job. Yeah, because that is a crime in the United Cities. We wouldn't want to wind up as a slave. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I've already chosen a name, Kattan. We're going to be doing a Greenlander, a male character. And these guys are primarily from farmer cultures, aggressive race, and are easily led astray. Knowing only greed and fear. Well, definitely, we could use a little greed in our life as well. We do have 100 hit points and everything. Farming up, cooking, and science. Alright, let's get started. Alright, so we grew up in the city of Sho-Battai, part of the United Cities. Heck of a dust storm kicking up today. Some heads or tails of anything out here. Sadly, we did lose our house because of the noble lord taking out on a whim, as it were. We'll have to find some work. Yeah, we're only down to 750 cats, some raggedy clothes, and a pipe we found on the street. Let's head to the bar and a lively place. We're standing on the tables. Very nice. Let's talk to the barman or woman. Grab 66. Love some sake, but that's a rich man drink. Right, and Jai hasn't sit much throughout the city. Far out of the city, so will definitely be an experience for him. Used to just do manual labor, fetching for the Lord, etc. Now he's out on his own. But the guards do not recognize him. He notices outside the city, that's why nobody goes. Only well-armed caravans, because there's nothing but sand and death out there. Does notice some nearby scavenge. Perhaps he could make a attempt to get some. I just noticed it's copper. Would sell for a small pittance, but it might at least be a start. A guard paying him no mind. As long as the United Cities gets their money, I don't think they really care. Very quiet on the desert. Almost peaceful. Sound the wind. The sand's getting a little in the face, though. I spent hours just chipping away at this salvage from a bygone era. Just stop and notice a patrol. There's sand right there. Looks like traveling nomads. Might go speak to them. Tell us where they're from or where they might be going. Well, there, Tiani. I have animals for sale. Carry stuff where you fight alongside you. Make a good meal, they do. Sorry, no kind of money, though. But very interesting. A little bit of a sigh. Jai gets back. To his feeble attempt at mining. Another vagrant nearby. I kind of looks at the nomads and back at the city that really holds nothing for him. Seem to maybe be heading to another town. There ever was a time. Yeah, that might be now. Grabs that small chunk of copper he managed to get by, and it will follow. And the nomads will let him follow along. Let him attack a armed and numerous convoy like this. Jai has nowhere to sleep tonight. They might be making camp at some point. The waste out here rather dangerous. There are fearsome beasts. I just spout another off in the distance. We also spout strangers, bounty hunters. Luckily, Jai doesn't have a bounty on his head quite yet. But there's some other camp in the distance. But the nomads don't seem to be heading that way, so follow them along for now. Jai does hear the sound of battle out this way. Don't really make heads or tails of it. Probably safer. Unless the caravan passes right by. In fact, this is the farthest Jai's ever been from the city, actually. In fact, he's getting a little worried. He can almost barely see it. He's noticed blood on the sand out here, so he's actually going to go check it out. He's curious. Like dying bone dogs. Teeth might fetch a little bit, and some meat. You're always hungry in Kenshi. The bounty hunters must have done battle with some stray bone dogs. Well, let's continue to follow that trader. Did I mention they are heading for the city of Heft? Sounds about good anyway. I'm looking kind of forward to some adventure. Maybe a fresh start in Heft. I think maybe a tad bit too dangerous to remain around after that noble had thrown us out. And we'll speed up time a little bit here. Guy travels the waste. Feel himself getting a little easier to keep up the pace. Getting a tad bit faster, as it were. There's a group behind us. Slave traders. He just kind of ducks his head down. He should be safe with this caravan, though. Got far too big a group for the slave traders to want to. And the nomads do provide quite a bit of animals for the United Cities, so guy does feel pretty safe. Alright, the trade caravan does say he's. I think we're about halfway to Heft. He's done this route many, many a time. Seems we are traveling around the same path. No doubt in Jai's mind that he probably wouldn't have made it by himself. As slave traders and the nomads make a casual conversation, agreeing they're better to travel together rather than apart in this dangerous desert. There's another band. Just casually kind of eyeing each other. There's actually. Jai notices another caravan down the way. He wants to see. He's actually a traveling merchant. But sadly has no money. He is selling some bandages, though. Basic first aid kit would definitely be a good idea. He bids the trader good day and he heads back to the nomad trader. A very long traveling convoy. Seems like another pack had broken off. Very long traveling caravan. But definitely safe from any form of attack. Especially this deep inside the United Cities. It's getting very late and Jai is getting very tired. Seems we're within distance of the city. Like Jai's had a very long day. We'll continue with the caravan to the city, though. Then we'll see if we can find a shelter for the night. He has no doubt that if he spent the night out here, I definitely don't think we'd live to see another day. But I'm very grateful to the nomads for escorting him on this trip. Getting very late, very tired. Coming in very late. I'm noticing there's a very nearby squatters camp. Many of the vagrants hang out. The noting is for free. I think he will pass some time into the night and the upcoming morning. And in the morning, Jai finally, after a long, leery night, and the sun and heat's starting to come up. There is a nearby fire. Some of this meat we'd harvested from those bone dogs the previous night. Hopefully still good. Right? And Jai has talked to hivers before. And a lot of ones you'll find out in United Cities. The hive is a big, almost kind of like a colony. All single-minded, well, of one mind, as it were. They've explained it to him. But now they've been cut off from that and went around lost for the most part. See how that cooking is going. Food for the moment is not a problem, but still no work. We have a few things to sell. There is a nearby trader we might see if we can barter with. Have one more thing of food on the fire, then we'll see. Alright, we'll bid the hiver a good day. This might be home for a while. We bid the shopkeeper a good day, milady. Alright. Yeah, it's not too much for the bone dog teeth. Them in some kind of medicine, I believe. Loading all of his goods. Does actually go out to decent profit. Got about 1440 caps right now. Keep the food. Trader does offer a variety of goods. Backpacking might not be bad. Various maps. Nice up, but far too expensive for us. We do have the free bedrolls outside here in Heft, so a little bit of a workers' camp. We'll just kind of save up our money for now. First time in Heft, so we'll take a little tour of the city. Got a workers' camp. A traveling sales goods store. Like some shady characters over here. We went on the Shinobi, eh? We've actually heard of them. They did have a presence in Sho-Battai. They fool nobody. They're nothing. Nothing a few cats can't handle. Well, definitely would be bad being on their side. Can't join for a fee. That's it. I don't have to do a test, prove myself or anything. 10,000 cats. That's what do I get in return for all that? It would be a beneficial friend. Definitely far beyond our reach. More money than we've ever seen in a lifetime. like a local power. Place does run some primitive electricity. I'm kind of curious what this building is. Might go step inside. An empty building. More like a palace, really. There's a few shops. Let's see, he does hear a kind of commotion out of the city. But looking, he does see nothing now. Let's head back and look. He does notice another noble house. Some of these noble lords corrupt for the most part. Can't seem to get away from that. Just look at a couple shops. Crossbow shop. Some general shops. Yeah, a couple general shops. Quite a big selection of shopping out here. He bids good day to the nomads that escorted him here. There are some properties for sale in this town, but far more than he could ever afford. There's a neighboring bar we should go check out, though. Maybe they might have some work. Various mercenaries inside the tavern. Let's at least see what they have. Plenty of food. You have some various bounties. We might just keep that just in case. You never know if we run across them, maybe turn them into authorities. But to be fair, Jai has never actually wielded a weapon against another person. I think it definitely shows. Dressed as is, they really pay him no mind. And various other power stations. Having the sweet smell of a bakery. We have a clothing and armor shop we might be interested to check out. The guard currently dressed like this, the guards might nab us sooner or later. More bars. The headquarters palace of the United Cities. Definitely not set foot in there, especially dressed as we are. Barely a cat to our name. Get a look. Better clothes couldn't hurt. But very expensive though. Well, some better pants definitely couldn't hurt. Armor is way too expensive for him. At least it would be better than the rags. Yeah. Right, Jai definitely does feel a little cleaner now. Yeah. Give the trader a good day. Happily disposed of our goods, though. He really didn't want the dirty clothes either. The bigger question is, though, what Jai is going to do for work. Basically no skills. A new town. Was mining some copper before he decided to leave. He does notice some copper in the distance. We don't want to starve. It's the best thing we have right now. I think he does realize we want to carry a ton of this copper back. Yeah, we are going to need something to carry it on our back at some point. Vijay gets a fresh start here. If it saves up enough, maybe we could get a little shack. Maybe. That could be the start of a new life for Jai. We can speed that up. It looks like a pretty quiet day in Heft. Though Jai is new to this city, so it's a little bit livelier later in the day. Land of Kenshi is always a dying land. Buffeted by constant sandstorms as well. I feel like he's gotten a little more athletic. Starting to grasp how to get the copper from the land a little bit better. These more traders are coming into the land. I see traders come and go all the time from here. Jai looking up over his shoulder can't help but be startled by some wild bandits. Even smelling the food in his pack. Come running down. Though they seem to not be I guess any mind now. Guy's gonna go try to hide behind. Oh, nope. They are definitely after us now. Though they do seem to be leery of the guards. They do seem to have claimed that copper spot, though. I think Jai can hear some fighting off in the distance, but yeah, definitely too dangerous to investigate. I think it best he call it a day out here. Didn't get much for his trouble today. Maybe 100 cats if he's lucky. I'm headed by to find one of the local shops. We'll pop into this one and see what various stuff they do have. Guess you didn't come here all the way out for a chat, did you, Outlander? Well, we might be able to talk him get the copper out, but he does mostly a little bit of food and animals as well. Duly noted. Which I might head back out just to take a look. Those bandits had left the area. Getting a little bit later in the day, though, Jai decides that was close enough call for the day. Went back to his squatter's camp. Very, very sad thing his life has become, but at least, better than most, he is alive. So there's a new chance at a fresh start. And we'll head back to camp. Spend the night talking to the hivers. Maybe even share a meal with them. And then start again on the morrow in his new life in Heft. Right, ladies and gentlemen, just a little bit of an introduction to our new character, Jai Kattan. Fresh-faced and life not going so good. Alright, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to hit that like button, this helps a lot. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys next time.